special session.
And of course, the ASEAN Summit, yung teleconference na summit na tinakal yung economy of the region and yung South China Sea, syempre, because Vietnam is chairing it, it's an existential issue for them.
Yeah.
Tapos
The president again talked about terrorism.
Oh, yan, terrorism, yes. Saka yung
joining us now is Robbie Lampay from the One News newsroom. Robbie, anong headline mo kanina sa big story?
Well, same thing. Yung ASEAN Summit, apart from the fact that this is the first virtual summit in ASEAN, of course, they tackled a lot of things. They're setting up a COVID-19 response fund. And ang isang malaking usapin din is whether or not we and our neighbors will start opening our borders to each other, specifically to let businessmen start visiting. Hindi pa to sa level ng tourism, but pending protocol that will still be left to each country. Isang malinaw na mensahe nila, we have to start doing business again.
Yeah, business travel. Yes. Yeah, isa din yung
you have to start programming you have to start reprogramming regional business under a new normal.
Yes, that's
right. So far we've only talked about the new normal in terms of local businesses, and even that we're not yet fixed.
Yeah.
And then of course in the meantime, ang message naman ni President Duterte sa usapan, of course he supported every response with regards to COVID, both on the public health side and also economic side, but he also reminded his fellow leaders, there's one more thing, sabi niya, and I think this was the quote from President Duterte, COVID did not kill terrorism. So he's reminding our neighbors in the region that terrorism remains a big problem. And as we open up the borders, I think that was the context. As we open up the borders, let's still be mindful that terrorism is still something that we have to keep an eye on.
Okay, let's bring in siguro our guests, because we have 3 guests tonight. We'll have to cram them into this 1 hour that we have. Actually, less than an hour now. Our first guest for tonight is from the MMDA, the MMDA spokesperson and Assistant Secretary Celine Tialago. She's now coming online. Asik Celine, ma'am, thank you for joining us.
Good evening po.
Hi,
good evening, ma'am.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. Sining may tao sa kanan ninyo o ano 'yan?
Ay, ano po?
Okay.
Tela.
Akala ko may meeting kayo tapos pinasok niyo lang kami. Anyway, ma'am, let me start.
Okay.
Akala ko yung mala floral na t-shirt eh. Anyway, moving on. Ma'am, I don't know, I suppose everybody's
nawala si Ed.
Nag-freeze si Ed. Well, I'm sure. Let's just jump in. Ma'am, of course, Ed and all of us, we want to know, kamusta po ba mga lansangan natin? Let's give an update muna, status report on the mobility of people on our highways and our streets.
Well, sir, sa ngayon po under general community quarantine, sa 200,000 vehicles na po ang lumalabas ng kanilang tahanan at bumabaybay ng major thoroughfares kagaya ng EDSA. Remember po, nung panahon ng January, February, 405,000 po ang daily average na mga sasakyan dumadaan sa EDSA. Pero as we speak po, nasa 200,000 na po tayong mahigit ngayon. So dumadami na po ang ating mga private motorist, pero yung ating operations po para sa ating bagong bus lane, nakilala po sa tawag na EDSA busway, no? So everyday po ang operations ng MMDA at HPG sa mga motoristang dumadaan doon. Again po, limited lang po yun at exclusive para sa mga city buses at emergency vehicles.
Ma'am, sorry, na-traffic ako dun sa internet eh. Naputol ako. I missed out on your numbers eh. 200,000 ngayon ang daily average natin. Pero before this, it was 400,000, so kalahati. Kalahati tayo ngayon, tama ba?
Tama, sir. Exactly po, 197,458. Yun po ang eksaktong dumadaan ngayon, no? Yan po
parang pero parang nag-back to normal yung travel time ko. Parang hindi kalahati.
I was going to say, Bok, and that was actually my question to Ma'am. Ma'am, we also have to qualify that, no? Nangangalahati yung number, but at the same time, yung capacity ng EDSA, given the dedicated lanes for buses, restricted din yung access yung roads that private cars can use. Kaya tayo nga, coming here, mabigat na ulit yung traffic.
Well, actually, sir, no, sa monitoring po namin, nung panahon po ng January, February, nung wala pa pong COVID, no, ang travel time po ng ating mga kababayan ay inaabot ng 2 hours, no, 2 to 3. Buong stretch na po yan, Monumento to MOA, vice versa, tuwing peak hours po or rush hour. Nagkakaroon pa rin po ng traffic build-up, sir, noon, kahit tanghaling tapat. Ngayon, sir, to be honest with you, ang traffic po ay mararanasan talaga kapag rush hour, which is 6 in the morning to 7 lang in the morning. And mostly po, isa sa mga dahilan ng pagbigat ng daloy ng trapiko ay yung kalituhan po ng mga pribadong motorista dahil po nagsisiksikan sila sa mga underpasses, sa mga flyovers. Marami pa po ang hindi nakakaalam na yung dati po nating yellow lane, yung dati po nating service road, dedicated na po yan para sa mga private motorists. So nagkakaroon ng traffic build-up, sir. Pagbababa ng Aurora Underpass, ang bigat. Paglagpas, maluwag. Pero pagkita mo ng service road, wala pong nagmamaximize. So with your help po, information campaign, kailangan po masanay na rin yung ating mga private motorists na wala na po yung yellow lane natin dati. Yung iba po kasi talaga, sir, ayaw nilang daanan yung dating service road. Natatakot sila sa stoplights, no, sa mga obstruction. Pero this time, napakaluwag na po at maaari na hong gamitin ng ating mga pribadong motorista.
Okay, but ma'am, beyond the private cars, more importantly, kamusta po ang mass transit, ang buses natin, especially given these dedicated lanes?
Alright, sir, yung bus stops natin sa ngayon, 4 na bus stops pa rin po yung na-maximize natin. North Avenue, Quezon Avenue, Ayala, and Taft, no? Magkakaroon po ng 16 na bus stops, no? Yung nakikita po natin na bagong bus lane, which is yun nga po ang tawag natin, and sa busway, yung bus stops po niyan, sir, nasa gitna, no? So, ang minamaximize po dito could be yung MRT structure, yung existing footbridge, o yung LRT structure. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng bus stop, 16 locations, 2 po sa Pasay, isa sa Guadalupe, isa sa Ortigas Avenue, meron po tayo sa Boni Serrano, Main Avenue, meron din po dito sa may Nepa Q-Mart, sa may Cubao, no? Meron din po sa Quezon Avenue, gamit po yung MRT, North Avenue, Roosevelt, Muñoz, Kaingin Road, Balintawak, Bagong Barrio, at MCU Monumento. Yun po yung magiging bus stop ng ating mga kababayan. And give us at least 1 week, sir. Kasi po siya ngayon, ang ginagawa po ng MMDA, no, natapos na po natin yung platform. Nakapaglagay na rin po tayo ng mga waiting sheds. Siguro yung iba magtataka pag dumaan sila ng EDSA, may mga green na fences. Yan po ay proyekto ng MMDA. Joint naman po yan together with DOTR, LTFRB, no? Kasama na rin po, sir, yung pagpipaint ng curbs, yung pagmamodify po ng mga pavement markings, yung paglalagay po ng mga signages. Yan po yung mga efforts natin ngayon, no? Nitong mga nakaraan, in preparation nga po para maging operational na yung ating 16 na bus stops. So, timeline, sir, give us 1 week. Magagamit na po yan. At least after 23 days and counting, 26 days and counting rather, magagamit na po yung mga bus stops na yan. So, hindi na po 4 stops lang, kundi 16. Usable po yan for both directions.
Sa ma'am, tawidable yan, ha? Natatawiran ng tao yan. You're talking about 16 areas kung saan pwedeng tumawid ng EDSA ang tao pumunta dun sa gitna.
Tama, sir. Yun nga po yung nabanggit ko. Yung 16 bus stops, ang gagamitin pong pantawid o yung gagamitin pong footbridge na ating mga kababayan, 3 options po yan. Nasa ilalim po yan ng it's either MRT structure, LRT structure, o yung mga existing po na footbridges. Doon po natin nilagay yung mga bus stop. So pagbaba po ng ating mga pasahero on the leftmost, no, mapapansin po natin na tuwing magkakaroon ng bus stop, nagiging 2 lanes po para po makaposisyon yung bus na magbababa para po safe sa ating mga pasahero. Barricaded din po yan. Meron din po mga orange barriers yan. Actually, sir, nakaschedule kami on Monday na ipresenta po itong mga bus stops na to. Gladly po, nauna po kayo. So, ito pong mga bus stops na to, dito po posisyon yung bus para po makapagbaba ng pasahero. May mga fences po yan. Yung structure po ng MRT, sir, sa gitna, may existing na hagdanan na po yan. So, dyan ho aakyat yung commuter o yung pasahero po natin. Either way, makakapili siya kung mag-northbound ba siya o southbound gamit po yung mga existing structure. Could be MRT, LRT, o footbridge. Yun po yung itsura ng ating mga bus stops.
Asek, Pielago, the pandemic has opened opportunities for implementing all these reforms sa transportation, lalo na po sa EDSA, yung may carousel na kayo, yung mga, yan nga, yung ini-introduce nyo. Sa tingin nyo ba masosustain to? Considering, total nakita na natin, it's been several days na nagbabalikan na yung mga sasakyan. Masosustain ba to beyond the pandemic sa tingin ninyo?
Po sir, yes ma'am. Ma'am, masusustain po ito at para po sa amin, ito po yung pinaka-tamang panahon din para po ma-implement na itong Bus Rapid Transit Program. No? Dekada na po itong nakatenga at ngayon po mamamaximize na rin natin yung mga structures natin na nasa kahabaan ng EDSA, magkakasilbi na yan. Yung mga hindi po kailangan sa gitna, like yung mga center islands or halaman, inayos po yan, nagkaroon po ng construction dyan. Yes po, ma'am, sustainable naman po ito. Kung ikukumpara po natin noon, ang dati pong babaan at sakayan ay ang rightmost. Every 50 meters, every 100 meters, merong pasaherong nag-aantay, nakatayo. Yung mga buses po, from time to time, hindi siya umaandar. Mag-aantay siya, magbababa, magsasakay, anytime, anywhere. Hindi po nila sinusunod yung ating mga bus stops, A, B, or C. Hindi nila sinusunod yan. Pagdating po sa mga intersections, ma'am, sa baba, no? Pag mga service road, lalo na ho dun sa mga yellow lane natin, usually ho, magkakaroon ng traffic build-up dahil hahabulin ng bus yung traffic light, babalangga siya sa intersection, or magsasakay siya sa intersection, or hindi siya aabante kahit nakago na. Yan po yung mga common problems noon, despite po of our numerous enforcers sa ground. Pero this time, ma'am, naglagay ho ng concrete barrier para ho dun sa busway. So yung busway po na yon, hindi po basta-basta makakapagbaba yung mga drivers this time, kundi ho, dapat maging disiplinado sila forcefully. Alam naman ho natin, by culture ang ating mga kababayan. So, ito ho, with our new busway, yung ating mga driver at mga pasahero ay kailangan lang hong bumaba at sumakay sa tamang babaan at sakayan.
Paano po yung bicycle lane? Magiging long-lasting din ba yun? Kasi ang dami-dami na ngayon na nagbibisikleta apart from the motorcycles. Meron din bang long-term plan for bicycle lanes?
Well, ma'am, yung long-term plan po talaga dyan, ano? Pero meron pong kaakibat na usaping budget po kasi yung long-term, no? Sa pamamagitan po ng road market, in-adjust po natin yung lapad ng mga pribadong sasakyan, yung kanila pong linya, no? Yung width. Dati po yan, nasa 3.5 meters yan. Binaba po yan hanggang 2.8. May sumobra po, ma'am, no? Ang sumobra po nasa 1.2 to 2 meters. Depende po sa itsura ng EDSA, depende po sa lugar sa EDSA. Yun po yung inilaan natin para sa mga siklista. Yun po yung naging bike lane. Term plan, ang long-term plan, ma'am, ito pong sumobrang ito, gagawing elevated. Itataas to, pero yun nga po, meron po sa pinang-budget dito at saka time constraint din ho, no? Time consuming. So ngayon po, para ho magkaroon na ng bike lane, dedicated interim bike lane, ito ho, nagkaroon na ng markings. Ito ho yung mahabang puting marking sa kahabaan ng EDSA sa kanang bahagi para na ho yan sa ating mga siklista. Lalagyan na lang ho yan, ma'am, ng steel separator. Yan po ang ilalagay dyan para po maging protected po yung ating mga bikers.
Ma'am, pero balikan ko lang yung isang punto ni Ami. Whether it's the setup for buses and or the setup for bikes. Ano pong attitude natin dito? Are we doing this right now as stopgap and as temporary, or are we doing this with a mind na yan na yun, we might as well make that permanent?
Well, ang objective po dito, ang plano po dito, ito po ay permanente na.
Okay.
Yung sa harbor, ma'am, yung sa harbor link, parang siguro imagination ko lang, parang nababawasan yung traffic sa truck. Nararamdaman na ba yung effect ng pagbubukas ng harbor link to NLEX? It's supposed to divert traffic from the other routes eh.
Bakit imagination lang?
Yes, ma'am.
Nandito kami. Nandito opisina natin. Pag
Kasi jarista yan eh, ayaw maniwala. Jarista yan, ayaw maniwala.
Pag lumalayo ako sa pier, parang konti-konti na yun.
Tama.
Yes,
Wala
ma'am.
po akong figures din, ma'am, kung ilan po ang nakikater ng ating mga panibagong kalsada. Pero lahat po ng additional na infrastructure, lahat po ng additional na kalsada, talaga po mararamdaman natin yung pagbawas at ng pagbigat ng daloy ng traffic Yes, ma'am, ramdam na ho natin. At proyekto po yan ng DPWH and DOTR, ma'am. So, yes po, sa monitoring po namin, ramdam po namin, ma'am, yung pagkaan dun sa area ng Harbor Lane.
Ma'am, before we let you go, I'll squeeze in one more question. Sabi nyo kasi by next week, bubuksan na yung 16 na mga bus stops along EDSA. So does this mean we're also by next week increasing the number of buses that are going to be flying EDSA, and by how much?
Well po, sa EDSA Carousel, ang adjustment po ng LTFRB, which will I just echo it, no? 96 po yung routes noon, no, sa Metro Manila. Pero dahil po sa bus route rationalization, magiging 31 routes na lang po yan. At isa nga po sa ruta na yon ay ang EDSA Carousel, which is Monumento to COA. Meron na pong mga authorized units ang LTFRB, nasa mahigit 90 po yan sa ngayon for augmentation po. Ang target po talaga dyan, sir, madagdagan po yan. Dati po, meron tayong 4,600 buses all over Metro Manila. Doon po yan. At yung 2,500 po dyan, out of 4,600, sa EDSA po yan dumadaan. Nakakonsentrate sa EDSA. Kasi po yung ruta dyan noon, sir, sa EDSA nasa 60 eh. So 96 routes in Metro Manila, yung 60 routes po, nakakonsentrate yan sa EDSA. Ngayon po, from 96 routes, 31 routes all over Metro Manila. Regarding sa madadagdag na unit, yes, sir, madadagdagan po yan. So probably ho, sa huling pag-uusap, no, hindi ko lang po alam kung mas dadagdagan pa nila, nasa 500 to 600 po yung madadagdag. Na
yes, ma'am, that is the target. That's a target in the long run. But I'm wondering for next week, what numbers are we looking at? Are we looking at, if you're now looking at 90 plus, are we already aiming for the 600 to 700 by next week, or doubling lang ng 90? Or you know what I mean? But what numbers are we looking at?
Meron po kasing calibrated response na tinatawag yung mga transport agencies, no? Day-to-day assessment, kinabukasan, aaksyonan po yung pagkukulang. For example po sa kahabaan ng Commonwealth, no? Dati po, wala talagang ruta dyan. Then, kinabukasan po, binigyan ng 500 ruta, 500 authorized na units. Pero po sa ngayon, nasa 300 pa lang din po yung dumadaan kahit na 500 na yung otorisado. So, same with EDSA, no? Yung din po ang magiging concept dyan. Hindi man po agad-agad, sir, maibababa yung nasa 500 o 600 na buses. Pero pag nakita na ho ng ating mga kababayan yung mga bus stops at operational po ito at nakita po nila, tatangkilikin po nila ang mga city buses, that's the time, sir. Most probably po magdadagdag from every time or day to day.
Okay, maraming salamat po. ASEC Celine Pelago of the MMDA, ma'am, thank you for joining us tonight.
Salamat po.
Thank you po. Maraming salamat. Good night.
Thank you.
We will just pause for a break, so please stay with us.
June is Pride Month, and now joining us to have a conversation on that is Ms. Det Neri, chairperson of Bahaghari. That's an LGBTQ organization. Ms. Neri, welcome to the Chiefs.
Magandang gabi, no, sa ating lahat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
Now, let's start with what happened today. You had a protest action today. Give us an update on What happened there? I just came from the big story, and we reported that some people were arrested. What was the protest about? What was the march about? And what happened? What happened to the individuals that were supposedly taken by the police?
Mhm. Ngayon po ay buwan ng Hunyo at ang Hunyo ay isang pandaigdigang buwan ng paggunita no doon sa Stonewall riots no. Ang Stonewall riots kasi ay ang isang panandang bato sa pakikibaka no global na pakikibaka ng LGBT ng mga lesbiana, bakla, bisexual, transgender, queer at iba pa. At bahagi no noong ginagawa no taon-taon no ng sektor ng LGBT ay ang pagmarcha no yung Pride March po na tinatawag natin. So kaninang umaga po no ay isinagawa iyon sa pangunguna ng aming organisasyon no ang Bahaghari, isang militante at makabayang organisasyon ng mga LGBT. At yung Pride March po na iyon ay may malinaw na pagtalima no doon sa ating social distancing, naka-mask ang mga tao, may isang di pa mga pagitan at katulad ng nakikita ninyo no doon sa mga larawan, bilang paggunita nga doon sa 51 o 51st na taon no ng Stonewall riots no at dahil ang mga LGBT no ay bahagi rin no ng mamamayang Pilipino at ang isa sa mga matitingkad no na panawagan ngayon ay yung sa terror bill. Isa yon no doon sa aming mga dinala no na kampanya no yung mass testing, yung terror bill, yung pagbasura no doon sa anti-terrorism bill at maging yung suporta sa panawagan no ng ating mga jeepney drivers na sa kasalukuyan ay wala nang hanap buhay. So yun po no yung itsura no noong marcha kanina na nangyari sa Mendiola. At habang mapayapa po no na nagpoprograma no yung mga LGBT at ang mga kaalyado no na mga tao, ng mga straight allies no na tinatawag natin, nagdatingan po no yung mga ang paglalarawan o description no ng aming kasamahan dose ng mga pulis at sila ay marahas no na pinigilang magpatuloy. So yung isa po namin na yung nasa negotiation team no, yung isa naming kasamahan, siya po ay lumapit no at nakiusap no maghinamang pakikiusap na patapusin lang yung nagsasalita no doon sa hindi natatapusin yung buong programa, yun na lamang nagsasalita ang tatapusin na pero hindi po nangyari iyon. Kaagad silang inaresto at doon na po nagsimula no yung pagsasakay sa kanila. Even yung mga driver no nung ating mga van no na sinasakyan ay kinuyog po no noong mga pulis. May makikita po tayong mga larawan kung paano mismo ang kapulisan ay actually sila yung lumabag no doon sa social distancing na protocol natin. So mula po kanina hanggang sa ngayon ay nananatili sila no doon sa Metro Manila Police District no sa MPD at kasalukuyan pa rin pong nagaganap no yung tapos wala na siguro no? Lagpas na sa oras no pero yung inquest no ay hindi pa rin po natatapos at yung ikinababahala namin walang malinaw na kaso no sa 20 tao na ito pero nananatili sila no doon sa kulungan at nakabilanggo. So yun po yung
Miss Neri, follow up ko lang yon. You said hindi malinaw ang charges. That was part of the report that we read out kanina. Saying you're saying that they were brought to the station and it is as of now it is still not clear to you what the charges exactly are?
Hindi pa po kasi tapos hanggang sa kasalukuyan yung inquest no yun po yung huling ibinalita sa amin no ng mga kasamahan nating nandoon sa MPD. At yung nakakabahala pa nga po no ay hindi sila binasahan no ng kanilang karapatan. Wala yung Miranda rights na ating tinatawag. At may paglabag po 'yun no, sa karapatan ng kahit sino mang inaaresto no na hindi mo alam no kung bakit ka dinadakip no. Yun po yung aming mga reklamo no dito sa pangyayaring ito na isang mapayapang pagtitipon no na may social distancing tumatalima no doon sa ating mga protocol and yet no ay ganito po no karahas no yung dinaranas ng ating mga kasamahang LGBT no na ang nais lamang ay gunitain no ipagdiwang magmarcha gunitain no yung ika-51 anibersaryo ng Stonewall.
Ma'am, wala po sinabi yung pulis sa inyo kung ano raw yung violation niyo kasi I get it nasa inquest siya ngayon, ibig sabihin yung fiscal lang dapat magdesisyon kung itutuloy o hindi yung mga kaso. Pero at least sa bahagi ng pulis, may complaint ba silang final? Ano yung violation daw?
Yun pa nga po no yung kinalulungkot namin no kasi nga kanina doon sa bago pa man dumating doon sa piskal no para doon sa inquest, pinipilit no na magsalita or umamin itong aming mga kasamaan kahit wala yung presensya no ng aming mga abogado. At ang sinasabi, kung hindi kayo magsasalita o kung ano man, mas kakasuhan namin kayo ng mas mabibigat. At hindi naman sila sinasabi ano yung mas mabibigat na kaso na ito at hindi naman din sinasabi ano yung kaso. Mayroon lang din na mga narinig no na paglabag daw no doon sa social distancing nga pero yun nga ang bayanihan to Hilaswan ay pasok na no na batas no noong Lunes pa at yun nga even sa ganon inobserve pa rin naman no yung ganong mga paraan no kanina no doon sa rally at yung huling sinasabi lang din kanina no ay posible silang kasuhan ng disobedience at illegal assembly daw. Bagaman hindi pa nga ito yung pinal no na ilalapag no sa kanila kasi hindi pa tapos yung proseso. Ang lahat na ito ay mga posibilidad. So, yung mga sa kapulisan, wala pong malinaw na sinasabi tungkol sa kanila. Laging sinasabi sa kanila ay si Hepe ang sasagot, pero wala pong sagot na malinaw no, na ibinigay sa 20 tao po ito no, na inaresto kaninang umaga.
Pero kung ini-inquest, hindi ba dapat may case yun?
Exactly.
Oo, may complaint dapat eh.
Dapat may complaint. So, and dapat sinabi sa inyo.
Opo, yun nga po yung dapat.
Sa ano yung ini-inquest na case?
Yun po yung sinasabi, yun po yung hindi rin pa ganoon kalinaw. Ang sinasabi lang no ay posible silang makasuhan ng disobedience at saka illegal na assembly.
Walang permit. Rally without permit ba yun? Yun ba yun?
Parang ganun po no yung sinasabi
Rally
doon sa
Well, anyway,
Yung nakaraan kasi.
You're observing Gay Pride Month. Tatanong lang namin kung anong sitwasyon ngayon ng LGBTQ community at this point. Saka meron ba mga concerns that are unique to the community na konektado sa pandemya? Meron ba special problems kayo?
Opo. Marami,
of course.
Opo. Marami po no actually no yung kinaharap no ng sektor no ng LGBT na lalo pang lumala sa panahon ng pandemya. So una na rin yung diskriminasyon no sa trabaho halimbawa sa eskwelahan at marami pong kaso ito no iba-iba no ng uri ng diskriminasyon at ang pinakamataas na nga yung mga hate crime no na nagaganap na pinapaslang no yung mga tao no mga miyembro ng LGBT particular sa mga gender na tao. Nandiyan sina Jennifer Laude, sina Jan Saramiento at marami pa pong iba no, na naging biktima ng pagpaslang na hanggang sa kasalukuyan ay walang katarungan na nakukuha. At liban pa po doon no, yung mga basic social economic needs no, ng mga LGBT. At lalo po itong lumala, no, mag-on na lang po ako doon sa ngayong pandemya, lalo po itong lumala no, kasi nga halimbawa po no, doon sa amelioration program, yung pagbibigay ng mga relief, hindi bahagi sa listahan ng mga bibigyan ng relief goods no at tulong pinansyal no yung mga pamilya na hindi tradisyonal. At pag sinabi natin hindi tradisyonal, kami na agad yun, no? Mga LGBT no, na tinatawag. So isa po iyon, no? Gayun din po yung may mga kaso, no? Yung nung kasi simula pa lang Abril o Marso, huling bahagi ng Marso, na mayroong mga inaresto na LGBT sa Pampanga, no, sa San Fernando, Pampanga, na inaresto sila dahil sa paglabag umano nila no, doon sa curfew no, nung panahong iyon. No? At ang ginawa, pagkatapos silang arestuhin, hindi lang sila basta dinetain. Ang ginawa ay sapilitan silang pinagsayaw at pinaghalikan sa harap ng isang menor de edad at pinagtawanan no yung mga yung akto na iyon. At yun po ay mga malinaw no na violation no ng karapatan ng mga LGBT na napaka-espesipiko no kasi hindi naman iyan ginagawa no yung itsura. Mayroon ng karahasan na nararanasan ng mga LGBT even before the pandemic at lalo itong lumala no ngayong panahon ng pandemya. At ito pa nga no nitong panahong nagse-celebrate ng Pride ay dinahas pa no yung mapayapang kilos
Hmm.
protesta. Ayun po.
Ma'am, nabanggit niyo about, again, in the workplace as well, is there something, are there issues that are specific to LGBTQ members?
Opo, no. So unahin ko po no yung sa pamilya muna, no. So yung napakalaking usapin po yung sa pamilya kasi lahat no yung sa pagtatrabaho sa konteksto ng Pilipinas lalo na kung saan napakatindi na napakahigpit ng ideya no ng pamilya. Lahat ng pang-ekonomiyang gampanin natin, no, halimbawa ng pagtatrabaho, ay binubuhos natin no, para doon sa ating pamilya. Ganun tayo magmahal no, bilang mga Pilipino. At hindi po iyon natutugunan kasi relate ko na po doon sa, may komplikasyon doon sa pagtugon doon, kasi relate ko na po doon sa trabaho. Kasi nga, mayroong limitasyon sa oportunidad na naibibigay dahil sa ikaw ay miyembro no, ng sektor ng LGBT. So may mga halimbawa po tayo niyan, no? Yung mga nadodokumentong kaso at marami at limitado pa itong mga nadodokumentong ito kasi hindi naman lahat ay nakakalap natin. Pero isang example po niya, no, isang malaking korporasyon, no, naging din po ito, viral po ito dati. Isang malaking korporasyon, no, yung nag-hire sila ng isang tao para maging transcriptionist no ng kanilang isang forum. Tapos nung nakita nila na yung hinire nila isang trans woman, ay hindi na siya pinatuloy, no? Kasi ang sinasabi hindi pa handa no yung kanilang kumpanya na makipagtrabaho sa isang trans woman. No? So may ganun pong kaso no na nangyari. Gayun din no mayroon pang iba halimbawa na natatanggal no sa trabaho o hindi tatanggapin sa trabaho. So mayroon po kaming ganyang mga kasong naitatala dahil siya ay bakla. No? So at yung kanyang pagiging yung expression niya ng kanyang sexualidad ay medyo feminine, no? At hindi siya natanggap no bagaman qualified siya no doon sa parametro no nung eskwelahan ng isang universidad na malaki ring universidad ay hindi siya natanggap dahil sa panrelihiyong paniniwala no noong universidad na iyon. So itong taong ito nang sumubok ulit siya no na pumasok sa isa na namang trabaho sa paaralan ulit para makapagturo, pinilit niya ang kanyang sarili na magpaka lalaki, no yung traditional no na itsura na lalaki. So may mga ganun pong kaso tayo no na nangyayari. And of course no kung sa kababaihan naman, laging mayroong mga kababaihang miyembro ng LGBT, laging mayroong usapin ng diskriminasyon and sexual harassment. Siguro pamilyar naman po tayo dun sa nangyari sa CR no noong nakaraang taon no sa CR issue no sa Araneta at hindi lang po yun doon nagaganap no maging sa iba pang mga espasyong pampubliko kasi nga hindi kinikilala na mayroong mga babae rin no ang mga trans woman na lalaki rin
it's interesting that you mentioned this example na isang korporasyon na who discriminated on a member of the LGBT. Kasi just recently, I was watching a webinar organized by Asia Society Philippines, particularly talking about LGBT rights in the workplace. And yung isang teorya na sinabi doon nung inilunsad nung isang resource speaker is, habang inaantay natin yung batas on LGBTQ and so on, sabi nila, maybe the private sector can take the lead and take some initiatives on the level of the workplace. Do you agree with that? Do you think there are things where the private sector can lead for gender rights and equality for everyone?
Maganda po yung mga ganoong hakbangin no ng mga pribadong sektor. At natutuwa po no yung LGBT sector din no sa ganong mga akto no ng pribadong hanay nga. Gayunpaman, no, para sa atin talaga dahil ang LGBT no, napakarami po niya no, yung huling Pride March nga lang nung nakaraang taon, inabot kami ng 70,000 no at higit pa. So at sa Metro Manila pa lamang iyon. Tapos sa buong Pilipinas, ibig sabihin napakarami no, ng mga LGBT. At hindi yan matutugunan no, ng private sector. Ang kinakailangan pa ang unang tutugon sa pangangailangan pag-recognize ng karapatan ng mga LGBT ay ang ating pamahalaan. Kaya nga po, kami din no, sa bahagi ng aming kinakampanya no, ay yung pagpapatupad na no, yung, ng batas no, bilang proteksyon no, sa mga LGBT. Kasi kagaya po ng nabanggit ko kanina, makikita yung iba't ibang anyo no, ng diskriminasyon hanggang sa mga bata po yan, no? May mga nabubuli ng mga bata dahil sa kanilang expression, sa kanilang SOGI o sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, o kaya naman sa SOGI, no, ng kanilang mga magulang, nabubuli sila at kinakailangan ng proteksyon, no, ng mga tao, ng mga LGBT, ng mga related sa kanila, at ang tanging makapagbibigay at makasisiguro nito ay yung pamahalaan, kasi parang nakakalimutan kami na teka lang, miyembro din kami ng Pilipinas, mamamayan din kami, Pilipino rin kami, and yet nahahayaan lang yung ganitong mga diskriminasyon sa workplace, sa education, at sa iba pang mga espasyo. So kaya po kami rin ay nananawagan na sana tupad, no, may isa batas, no, yung SOGI Equality Act agad-agad, kasi 20 taon na po itong nakabitin, no? Kung kayang agad-agad na may sulong maipatupad ang anti-terrorism bill, bakit itong 20 taon ng hinihiling ng sektor ng LGBT ay hindi maipatupad? So yun po yung isa pa namin ipinanawagan na espesipiko. Hindi po kami nanghihingi, no, ng special na karapatan. Kailangan lang no, na ituring kaming kapantay, no, ng mga tao, at tiyakin ito ng pamahalaan, no, kasi tayo ay miyembro, no, ng sambayan ng Pilipino rin. So yun po.
Okay, ma'am, we're going to a break, but before we go to a break, just one last question, because it is Pride Month. Nabanggit nyo na yung mga protesta, yung mga pinaglalaban nyo, but this is also supposed to be a festive time for the community. Quickly lang, what's there to celebrate despite all the problems and all the challenges? What is there to celebrate for the LGBT segment?
No? Yun pong aming ipinagdiriwang actually, no, ay yung nagpapatuloy na pakikibaka, no, ng LGBT. Bawat panahon naman ay may iniuunlad, no, yung kalagayan ng mga LGBT, pero hindi tayo fully makapagdiwang hanggat mayroong isang LGBT na hindi makapag-aral, hanggat mayroong isang LGBT na pinapaslang. Kaya ang totoo pong konteksto, no, ng Pride, no, ay patuloy na pagpoprotesta. Hanggat nagproprotesta, hanggat lumalaban ng LGBT at lumalawak yung hanay ng LGBT at mga kaalyado nitong pagtusulong, no, ng karapatan at kagalingan ng LGBT at sambayan ng Pilipino, ipinagdiriwang po natin, no, yung ganong paglawak, pagkapal, no, ng ating puwersa, no, para sa pagkakapantay-pantay. So kaya po yung may sinasabi, no, ang Pride ay protesta, ang Pride ay paglaban. Kaya yung tema po ngayong taon, no, ng Metro Manila Pride, no, ay sulong, huwag patinag, no, at sapagkat tayo ang lunas, no, doon sa kalagayang nandarahas sa atin. So yun po.
Okay, Ms. Det Neri, Chairperson of Bahagari, maraming salamat po.
Okay.
Please stay right there. The Chiefs will be right back.
Welcome back to the Chiefs here on One News. We are now in the final stage of our conversation, and joining us is Dr. Ted Herbosa, who is a special advisor to the National Task Force on COVID-19. Good evening po, Doctor.
Good evening to the Chief. Good evening, Ami, Roy, and Ed.
Yeah,
Good evening
Dr.
po.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Herbosa is a former Undersecretary of the Department of Health, and he is currently a professor of the College of Medicine of the University of the Philippines, where he's also the Executive Vice President. Doctor, sinabi niyo po recently that you are seeing Cebu City as an emerging hotspot for COVID-19. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa nangyayari ngayon? They're back under ECQ at napakahigpit. May mga area na may mga lockdown pang mas mahigpit.
Yes, they were already on general community quarantine as of May, but we reverted them back. The IATF reverted them back to enhanced community quarantine, which is what we did in March and April. So they've been put back, and the reason for that is the increasing deaths. There were increasing case fatality rate, and there was an increase in positive or confirmed cases in the city of Cebu. We went there before June 15, a team together with the Secretary Galvez and some of our even Deputy Secretary Secretary Vince Dizon also went with us, and we had several meetings with the local Department of Health, the Region 7. We also met with the hospital personnel, and we found out that most of the private hospitals were already full. Even Vicente Soto, the regional hospital, was already getting overloaded, and they had to extend their COVID ward. So truly, there was a increasing transmission from the different cases. So it was decided that because of this, they should go back to a very strict enhanced community quarantine, which is where they have been placed after June 15.
But seeing what's happening now, do you think the ECQ will last longer than maybe 2 weeks? Yun ang inaalala nila ngayon na they really want to go back to more relaxed quarantine. Seeing what's happening now, what the city is doing, posible pa ba siyang tumagal?
Oh.
Nawala si
Yeah, very
Doctor. Yes. Can you hear us, Doctor?
For the or the health. Yes, I can hear you. So the reason to put the Cebu City. Hello?
Yes,
Doc,
yes,
go
we
ahead.
can hear you.
Am I back?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so I think the internet. Okay. So the reason you put a city like Cebu in community quarantine when the transmission goes up is to allow the health system to catch up and to breathe.
Mhm.
So apparently what we saw there is where doctors were already fatigued and demoralized because the cases just kept coming. Their emergency departments were full, and the queue to be admitted in the hospital ICU
Yeah.
was quite long. So many patients were actually dying early in the emergency department, especially in Vicente Soto. We just went again and visited last Wednesday. We brought with us the 5 secretaries. Secretary Duque was with us, uh, Secretary Lorenzana, Secretary Año, and then Secretary Galvez, and they brought with him the new overseer for the implementation of ECQ in Cebu, Secretary Roy Simatu of the DENR. So he has actually left behind to oversee the implementation of ECQ. The Cebuanos are a bit more, what do you call this, lax in the implementation of community quarantine, and I think we need uh, some more, what do you call, advocacy in the very strict staying at home policy and making sure that the virus is controlled in transmission so that the health system can catch up.
But Doc, what does the Environment Secretary bring to the table 3 months into the pandemic
Okay,
that makes it different from what you guys were doing in the past 3 months?
okay. So apparently there is uh, some opinion in Cebu City that the COVID crisis, the COVID-19 disease, is actually uh, not as severe as, let's say, dengue or TB or influenza. So there is this misconception. There are a lot of mistruths that are actually floating around that people die with COVID and they do not die of COVID. So there were statements made by some leaders to that effect, which some of the medical community did not agree with. And this is the effect. The effect is really you see the greater transmission of the of the virus and more people getting admitted in the hospitals. Of course, there are about 80% who will be asymptomatic or will have mild, but the 20% will have to be admitted in a hospital, and about 10 to 10% will actually die in the process because of severe conditions. So this is the one that is not good because these are preventable deaths. If the transmission is controlled, we actually save lots of lives. That's exactly what happened here. The estimate in Metro Manila is because the people from Metro Manila behaved, and the all the cities in Metro Manila said it's all for one and one for all. If one city is in GCQ, everybody goes on GCQ. If one
mm,
city is in ECQ, everybody helped each other. There
Mm.
were three cities, the Tri-City they call it, Cebu City, Mandaue, and Lapu-Lapu.
mm,
Cebu City had a very high transmission. So that's the reason
mm,
why they tried to put someone from the national to help the local chief executives implement
mm,
a stricter ECQ. So Roy Sumato, as we know, has been serving in the careers
mm,
armed forces, and then he was sent to the Middle East. Remember, in the foreign service to actually help Filipinos in crisis as well. And he said this is his newest assignment from the president, that to serve and help Cebu in its
Mm.
battle against COVID-19.
Pero Doc, that's
Doc,
precisely my point. You already know, you've identified the problem already on your own, as well as with the task force. What does Secretary Simato bring to the table? Considering that he is environment secretary, I know he's the president's troubleshooter, pero in the end, parang klaro na sa inyo kung ano ho yung problema. That's my question. So what
The
exactly is his role here?
His role is overseer because we see that the weakness in Cebu City is the leadership and governance. The
mm,
leadership and governance to implement very good community quarantine measures and very good collection of data for
mm,
the cases. So that's very important. There was a bit of whitewashing when we went about before 2015 to make it look like everything was okay. And then when we interview individual hospitals, all the doctors are actually saying their hospitals
mm.
are full. And in fact,
Uh,
when we went last week, just this Wednesday, when we went Tuesday and Wednesday to Cebu, we discovered that some cases that are being transferred to, let's say, Vicente Soto were in number 55 in the waiting line. So there really is an
mm,
overflow. That's no denial about that. I think what's important there is that the plea for the national government to help. So what we bring on the table is nothing extra. Is that the national government will help Cebu, the city of Cebu, the province of Cebu,
mm,
to be able to implement a system that all the public health measures that are very important to control and contain the transmission.
mm. Sir, I wanted to ask also, speaking of the medical community not being aligned with some leaders, as you said, Tuob has become a controversy right now. Governor Gwen Garcia, of course, has endorsed it. What exactly is the scientific stand and medical position on Tuob? Is it there's one it's one thing to say it doesn't necessarily cure, but can it do harm?
Okay, so this is TUOB for the televiewers. TUOB is the methodology of steam inhalation. You know, you
Hmm.
get steam in boiling
Steam
water,
therapy.
and then you put a kumot or
Blanket.
Mm,
blanket
mm,
on top of you and inhale all
Yeah.
the hot steam. So
mm,
basically, they said it would kill the virus if you have coronavirus at steam. Of course, the WHO have already stated that steam inhalation, although it will relieve the inflammation in your throat and nose and passages by lubricating it and increasing its circulation, it does not actually kill the virus because the virus has entered your lungs. So what
mm,
is important is that it does not cure, it does not prevent, but it is a traditional health measure that actually alleviates the suffering you
The
get
symptom.
when you're
yes,
congested, the symptoms of
but so,
congestion. Okay,
yes,
now
but
I'll go to the
can
other
it do harm?
question. Can it
Mm.
do harm?
Can it do harm?
Yes, it can do harm. And then when I was
Mm,
in Cebu last Tuesday and Wednesday, we heard the story of a person who said the 80-year-old mother was told by the barangay captain to just go tuob, to just use
mm,
tuob. And when the symptoms didn't appear, the the mother said they need to bring their mother to the hospital. Said no, just continue the tuob. And soon enough, of course, the mother was
mm,
brought to the hospital really late, and the mother actually died because this is an 80-year-old. she's high risk
Mm.
to die from
Mm.
from. If you say Tuob will work for her, probably that's not medically sound because Tuob may work for the
Mm.
21 to
Mm.
30-year
Mm.
old who will who will have symptoms that are mild and who will recover after 5 to 7 days of COVID-19. This one, there are people who are elderly, who are high risk, and if you just tell them Tuob, and they're so believed in this because this is their traditional health measure, there is some harm as well because you delay the treatment of the high risk individuals. So I
But
think the medical societies there in Cebu are
yeah,
put up a paper
Mm.
together trying to state that uh, although they're not telling the people to stop using tube, it must be used with caution. Not all people should actually be doing it, and then eventually there are really people that need to go to the hospital early. We discovered that. That's one. The two of the other one we saw was the local chief executive told people who were positive to home quarantine. We
mm,
know
Mm.
for a fact in Manila that when we did that policy of home quarantine, the patients came to the ER of our hospitals in Manila really late. They were in distress, they were intubated, and they eventually died. So we actually stopped home quarantine, remember? And we decided that everybody goes to community quarantine, and we started building huge community quarantine centers. Apparently in Cebu, the idea is you stay at home, you lock yourself in a room, and you just do two of twice a day. So this also
Mm.
is not good because the data now internationally is that if you do home quarantine, there is a 20% chance to infect the other people in your household. So one in
Mm.
five people can get infected by a positive COVID patient that stays at home. So this is the other thing that is scary. Those two things, the very strong recommendation of using Tuob to the point that
Mm.
they're thinking it's a panacea for this COVID-19.
Okay.
And the second one is that the policy of letting them stay home quarantine for mild
Yeah.
cases, because when it was here in Metro Manila, the ER doctors are calling me, Dr. Herbosa, this policy of home quarantine, the patients come to the hospital late because there is no
Okay.
doctor watching them. They're already in
Yes,
respiratory
sir.
distress. When they put them in the pulse oximeter, their oxygen sats were very low and they needed to be
Mm.
intubated. So that was
Now,
the
Doc.
finding.
Mm. Doc,
Yes.
moving to other policies, we're now monitoring. Apart from Cebu, more and more cases in more and more places outside of NCR. What is the recommendation now, and what is the stance now on the Balik Probinsya program? There have been reports that this may have complicated. Is that necessarily documented? Is the data now showing what impact, if any, Balik Probinsya has had on the COVID crisis?
I think. Yes, I think
Dr.
they contributed. Yes, after
Mm.
Cebu, we visited Region 8 in Tacloban, and a lot of the cases that were found positive there were from locally stranded individuals and the Balik Provincia program. That the
Mm.
locally stranded individuals were those that came from Cebu as well, that went out. Now in Luzon, we have the same story. We have Balik Provincia, locally stranded, returning OFWs who may
Mm.
have been able to go to their home provinces. We call them the ninjas. They did not
Mm.
go through the process, and they ended up
Mm.
transmitting in the different areas. So I think the Balik Provincia is a bit on hold, not going to be
Mm.
made at the same time. The locally stranded individuals in Metro Manila will now all undergo PCR. That's very new. That was decided today. And then of course we are now having a better system for the OFW. Before we had it was messed up, so the OFWs in May tended to stay longer because the tests got lost along the bureaucracy. But now they've fixed that. They have this what we call one-stop shop. You get the swab from the airports, and then you stay in a hotel and wait for the result in 3 to 5 days, and then you can do home quarantine for the remainder of the 14 days. So they're fixing it one by one. I think yes, the answer to your question, it helped populate some of our communities outside NCR because there's really a lot. We sent home about 47,000 uh,
Mm.
OFWs, returning Filipinos, OFWs, and including the locally stranded individuals. And we
Mm.
also visited yesterday, we went to Zamboanga because Zamboanga will be the area where 5,300 Filipinos will be returned from Sabah.
Mm.
So that's being done as well. So that's also at least the city mayor, Mayor Ben Climaco, is trying to help together with the DSWD, the Foreign Affairs and
Mm.
Quarantine, to make sure that they are all processed when their boat comes in and they are released. In that particular incident, the testing will be done in Sabah, in Sandakan. So
Okay.
our quarantine officials will go there, test them there. We're paying the Malaysians to do the test, and all those that are positive will not be deported. Only those that are negative will be placed on the ship.
Pero Doc, mas
Okay.
delikado yun kasi siksikan dun sa mga barko from Sandakan to Zamboanga. Not unless you do RT-PCR testing na mas reliable kasi baka makalusot yung mga
Yes,
nag-antibody testing lang.
that's what we're paying for. We're paying for an RT-PCR test, and we're
Okay.
sending a doctor from the Bureau of Quarantine to really observe that the Malaysians will do RT-PCR
Okay.
before they
Okay.
ride the boat.
One
Doc,
last
we're running
question
out of
lang.
time.
One last question.
Mm.
Are you
Sure.
recommending an easing of quarantine in Metro Manila? You're an advisor to the National COVID Task Force. Seeing
Yes,
what you're seeing now.
Yes, I'm seeing a lot of the private hospitals. Their counts of COVID-19 cases have really gone down. Their beds are empty from COVID cases. There are still some hotspots in Manila, I think Las Piñas, but I think we can handle them with what we call geographic or localized
Localized.
quarantine. Yeah,
Mm.
we just lock off a street or a sitio or a barangay or a couple of barangays and then test and look for all the cases and then isolate them. We now have community quarantine centers. Our hospital doctors know how to treat these cases now. They're more confident. They've trained a lot, and there are PPEs available, and we have several testing centers already. So it's time
Okay.
for Metro Manila to dance. That doesn't mean we all relax. I think the onus now is on the individuals and the companies, the businesses that will open up. They must continue to behave and do the public health measures so that we don't get outbreaks in offices, and they must have
Mm.
business continuity plans, to make sure that there is no transmission in those
Okay.
offices that open.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, by kissing it now, I can't let this pass. You are Executive Vice President as well of the University of the Philippines. We did see your post. What's happening in UP? We have to stress. No? I mean, yesterday your
Uh,
post said 14 cases, including 7 frontliners from the health service.
Correct.
Asymptomatic, we have to stress that. But how
Yes.
exactly would you characterize the situation in UP Diliman?
Well, before I got on the Chiefs, I was conversing with Chancellor Fidel Nemenso of the Chancellor of UP Diliman, and he considers it a real outbreak. And I told him to get assistance from the Department of Health, NCR, National Capital Regional Office, Regional Epidemiology Surveillance Unit. So we'll do that. I'll be helping him. We will also ask Dr. Gap Legaspi of the Philippine
Mm.
General Hospital, which is under the University of the Philippines, to also help out in this outbreak. So for our colleagues na gustong pumunta sa UP Diliman to do their walking on weekends, sarado po. Sarado po
Mm.
muna because yung Palma Hall, nando dun yung 14. Tapos doon
Mm.
sa kabila naman, yung infirmary, meron ding outbreak. So I suggest, wag muna
But
doon. Sa ibang lugar na
no,
lang tayo
yes,
mag-walking.
but so that's a special lockdown in UP Diliman. Is that the entire campus or just the localized areas that you mentioned?
Just the localized areas, just the
Hmm.
inner academic oval,
Academic
where we
oval,
have
okay.
the Palma Hall, because Palma Hall
Hmm.
was used as a quarantine area for positive for the
Okay.
citizens. Then we have hotels there in UP and dorms that were used for health workers of East Avenue and the other big hospitals there. And luckily, we have no classes, so there's
Hmm.
really no reason for people to actually go there, except for
I see.
those weekend citizens of Quezon City that like to do their biking and walking around the
Hmm.
academic oval.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
maraming salamat po. Dr. Ted Herbosa, Special Advisor to the National Task Force on COVID-19. Doc, maraming salamat po for joining us tonight.
Thank
Thank you to
you.
the Chiefs. Maraming
Salamat po,
salamat
Doc.
po. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Stay
Thank you
safe,
po.
everyone.
Stay safe po. And that's a wrap for tonight. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app, register for a free account at signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. That will be all for this special edition of the Chiefs. We hope what was discussed here will keep the conversation going. I'm Ed Ligao News.
I'm Mami Pamintuan of the Philippine Star.
I'm Robbie Alampay. We're One News.